Well, good evening, folks.
Evening, afternoon.
So tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow... No. Wait, no. Sunday is the big day.
Sunday is the big day.
Tomorrow
is Saturday.
Tomorrow I'm leaving very early in the morning, so I've got to get to bed. But I still want to talk. So, Chris, what do you want to talk about? We can't talk predictions because we don't want to give away what we picked, but
we can talk about WrestleMania.
Let's talk WrestleMania. And if something slips out,
I would like to talk WrestleMania. And again, yes, if something slips out,
it just happens.
Whatever. We've already written them down. They can't be changed now. No big deal. So, WrestleMania is in 2 days away. It's the 25th anniversary, and I've got to say, the lineup is very good for the most part, but there are a couple of exceptions, a couple matches that I'm wondering what's this all about.
The biggest question, the biggest one for you is?
The biggest one for me is the Chris Jericho versus Piper, Snuka, and Steamboat. With Flair in the corner, basically the 4-on-1
and
match.
Mickey Rourke watching.
And Mickey Rourke
ringside.
watching ringside. From the beginning, even when I originally heard it was going to be Rourke versus Jericho, I said no, time out, stop.
No, I was excited about that. I was disappointed when it fell apart.
But I think the whole thing is it's disrespectful to everybody because you've got Jericho in a really, honestly, kind of stupid, meaningless match. And you've got these 3 old guys, Hall of Famers, that are basically, it's going to be basically like a squash match, but not the way people typically think. It's going to be Jericho beating up a bunch of old dudes.
Okay, but it's...
And they have a problem with that. I mean, I'm sorry.
Well, okay. Okay. But it's the way it's been done. It's the panache with which... Okay, so yes, the idea of Jericho fighting old guys sounds bad, but if you look at the way this has played out over the last couple of months, I think it's been beautifully played. I think Jericho has done a great job, which is what people are going to remember.
He always does. I mean, if nothing else, yes, Jericho's done an amazing job trying to sell this thing.
And so
But I think the ultimate, the ultimate outcome of this whole thing is Stone Cold's going to come out. And, because I originally thought that they were going to do a Jericho versus Stone Cold match. And that fell through. But I think, ultimately Stone Cold's going to come out and, do something, and, the legends are going to...
And this is the problem with WrestleMania, if I may be so bold.
Please do.
And I don't know if I've said this before. I've thought it for quite some time. You can't advertise a surprise. Therefore, that's the problem. You can't say, honestly, you can't say, hey, guess who's coming out? Hulk Hogan, surprise appearance. So, how do you market something that's going to have some big surprise? That's all I'm saying.
It's known. It's because it's WrestleMania. You know something like this is going to happen.
I'm just saying.
I understand what you're saying. I feel you.
I think there will be a match added at the last moment to the card.
I think that's possible. And I've said this to Scott all week, because I actually called him yesterday just to make sure that I hadn't misheard something. I am surprised there's not an ECW Championship match on this card. That really, that's a bit of a letdown, surprisingly. I know I don't watch ECW, but I think they deserve some representation.
I think, though, even bigger than that would be the final match of the night. It's a complete surprise to everybody involved. The 2 biggest names in the history of WWE fighting it out. Maybe a Legends title, I don't know. I don't know how that would work exactly. That's kind of silly. But I say we need to see just some greatness in the ring. And you know who I'm talking about. Hulk Hogan, obviously, fighting... Obviously, the second biggest name in the history of the WWE. Domino. Yes. Domino comes back.
Bring it on. Let's see some of that. Good stuff.
I think, I think maybe, or if Domino could just interfere in every match. And anyway, let's move on, shall we? Another thing that came up,
Yeah, go ahead.
since we've reached the center point in the video and we need to move on from WrestleMania apparently, we were watching the whole Stone Cold induction thing. Christopher says he thinks it's too soon. Tell him.
I know why they did it. They did it because it's the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. They want to induct somebody big. But I do personally think it's too soon for Stone Cold to be inducted. I'm sorry. I'm sure that's going to piss a lot of people out there off. Pardon my French. But, I mean, Ric Flair just got inducted last year.
We'll stymie a lot of you
bollocks to you all. There you go. But Ric Flair just got inducted last year, and then here comes Stone Cold, who's he's had a great career. Don't get me wrong, he has. He's had a very good career, but he just hasn't been gone, in my opinion, long enough, and there just hasn't been that that break that you've seen with so many of these other people. I just think it was too soon. I know why they did it. Obviously, they want a big name for WrestleMania 25. There's no shock there, but I think,
Now, the point that I was dying to make earlier.
Please do make your point.
Chris said, he likes Stone Cold, he agrees he's talented, yada yada, but Chris says, I still don't understand why he was as big as he was.
It's not that I didn't understand it, it's just that I didn't agree with it, even at the time. I didn't agree with it.
Well, let me make my point, alright? I've been waiting all night to
make your point.
So here's my point, people. The reason Stone Cold was as big as he was because I believe at that moment in history, society was reeling from the evils of political correctness. Obviously, it's still around, but at the time, there was this moment in popular culture and in culture in general where there was just a backlash toward political correctness, and I think Steve Austin became the flag bearer for this, don't make us put up with this crap, we're not going to take it anymore. So that's why Steve Austin was so huge. But, he's a Hogan-esque figure, not exactly.
They're about to say they're kind of, looking at the two of them, they're kind of, opposites.
But Hogan-esque in terms of being a cultural figure as much as a wrestling figure.
Yes, true.
And everybody knowing what's up with him even though he's not around.
But like I said, Ricky Steamboat, deserves it. He's deserved it for a while. And to be completely honest with you, of all the names being inducted this year, to me, maybe the Funks. I could see the Funks too, and I don't know a whole lot about the Von Erichs. But, yeah, I can kind of see it, and, now that I think about it, yeah.
They're big stuff.
Big stuff. Yeah. Other than that, what was it? I don't even know the guy's name, the bird guy.
Oh, Coco Beware.
Coco Beware, that's it.
Does that name just not strike fear into your heart? It does mine. Beware, people! It scares the crap out of me.
But I don't know. Yeah. That's how I felt about it. Yes, Stone Cold does deserve it one day down the road, but I still think it's just too soon.
And to show that Chris is not a hypocrite, I asked him if they were to induct The Rock this year, would you say the same thing? And he said yes. So, Chris, very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, any other thoughts in our remaining minute and a half until WrestleMania?
I think we are good.
I do have to say briefly that there's some videos we watched by these fellows that call themselves the guys with steel chairs. We did our code breakers.
Oh, yeah.
They've been doing a little WrestleMania build-up week, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've seen parts of that.
And we should have done that. So next year.
We'll have to figure something out.
If we're around next year. Are we going to be around?
We'll be around.
I'll be around.
We'll be here.
For you. The beard.
And, yes.
The beard will also be here.
No, the beard is leaving. Get a good look at it, folks, because you won't be seeing it for much longer.
Hand me my Bible. Hand it to me! In here, my friends. This is the key to keep the beard. That is the key to the loss of the hat.
It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
We're almost at it. Well, but anyway.
Oh yeah, we better. I'm sorry. I lost my footing.
But anyway, that's it. WrestleMania is in 2 days.
It's a very exciting time for all of us.
He's going.
I'm leaving.
I'm super jealous because I wish I was going.
But he's got a,
I got a wedding to go to.
And It'll be a nice wedding, and it'll be a casual wedding because
even hillbillies get married.
you know the groom is going to be wearing a tuxedo coat
Yeah.
and then a pair of
He was
overalls with no shirt.
No, he was actually just gonna wear one of those tuxedo shirts.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Classy.
My lord, maybe I should skip Mania and crash the redneck wedding. Anyway, folks, we'll see you very soon. That was just our general thoughts because SmackDown was really a non-entity of sorts, except for Jeff Hardy versus Big Zeke.
Oh yeah.
And I've got it under control. Stop looking at it. So we'll see you very soon, and happy Mania, everybody, and we'll be back very
Peace,
shortly.
everyone.